Hi, my name is Luann and welcome to my channel. It's been a long time coming. I've always wanted to do some type of a YouTube video and I'm trying to make it a reality. So this is my first one. So I probably don't have everything correct. I hope you can hear me because I'm trying out some new ear pods. I'm going to probably go to the store, get me another setup with microphone, tripod, and we'll figure this out. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to take these off for now so you don't see the glare in my glasses. Um, but yes, my name is Luann. Sheep Shenanigans Art is the name of my channel. You're probably wondering what in the world is what does that mean? Well, I love sheep. I started wool processing, learning about cleaning, spinning, dyeing, weaving, all of that stuff, about 8 to 10 years ago. And so I have come to find that I'm crazy about wool, the whole process of making it into, spinning it into a yarn and then making it into a fabric. So I thought, sheep shenanigans art it is. And who knows what kind of trouble we're going to get into with all the little um, projects that we do. So the idea is to have fun, learn about wool, and just do things that we like. A little history about me. I just retired from the state of New Mexico the end of February. I've been working for the state for 25 years. Most of that time, I was an informal educator. That ranged from park ranger, actually was a game warden, public information officer. Um, I also, did tickets. Okay, so I educated the public on the laws. But what I really enjoyed was teaching children about our wildlife, our plants, hunter education, and then most recently the job I retired from, fiber art. So I'm here in southern New Mexico. It is already hot, hot, hot. It's supposed to be 102 today. So I'm not digging that, but it is what it is, right? So my last job, I kind of I fell into fiber art. I was not forced, but I started as an educator, and part of the programs revolved around art demonstrators who did fiber art, whether that be weaving, spinning, um, culture embroidery, whatever. So I had to learn it. I decided to build off of their skill set and actually do classes where we had floor looms and I taught weaving on those floor looms. So my first weaving class, I believe, was like in 2000, I don't even know, 13. I took weaving after I had carpal tunnel surgery. Don't recommend that. I did it within a couple of weeks, but I got the bug. I loved weaving on a floor loom, basic twill patterns. And from there, I worked with our local guild and I started some 1 day basic weaving classes. I also started some spinning classes, dyeing classes, felting classes. So I have to say, probably the craft that I really enjoy the most is spinning. I think it's because it's so tactile. I love feeling that wool. I love working with different breeds. I'm learning what I like, what I don't like. Um, and I just love that it's it calms me down, helps with the stress. Spinning is very relaxing, very meditative, I believe, for me. So I think that's why I gravitated towards spinning more. Weaving also, but some of the types of weaving I do is not so stress free because of what I choose for patterns. So anyway, that's a little bit about me. And as I talk to you guys in future episodes, you'll learn more about me and how I got here on this journey. So this is the first week I've actually not been working. Even after retirement, I subbed right away and I did other things. So this is this last week has been nice, relaxing. I've been able to focus on my fiber, which I haven't been able to do for a while. So I have some tea here. So pardon me if I get a little sip every now and again. Um, we live in the desert, lots of dirt here. I think the dirt and I don't get along. The longer I live here, the more allergy symptoms I get. So I have some tea here, jasmine tea that I'm going to be sipping on just so I don't get tickled and start coughing on you guys. Okay, so I'll have my tea here. I hope it doesn't bother you that I'm going to take a sip every now and again. So let me talk about what's been going on in the last few weeks, and then what's going to be going on here in the next couple months or so. Like I said, I enjoy spinning. I attended a fiber retreat or a spinning retreat up in the mountains mid-May with a local fiber guild. That's about an hour and a half away from here. We, in the town that I'm in, we do not have a fiber guild anymore. I think we have a knitting guild. There's an embroidery group, but there's no weavers guild anymore. And there's really not a specific spinning guild anymore. There's some folks that get together, but it's not really an organized thing. Um, so this group that I joined, there was 11 of us. There's a classroom um, in the town. They have their active guild. They have meetings and classes there. Oh gosh, regularly, like every weekend or every other weekend. So we decided to do a little spinning retreat. Last year I helped them. Um, I taught art yarn to them last year, and we did some dyeing with landscape dyes. I'm not sure if you heard of that, but landscape dyes, I like to use them. I use the crock pot with the landscape dyes, and I use roving or yarn, but it's a good way to use roving because it doesn't disrupt the fibers so much as other forms. So you can just like put the water in, get it hot, either add your dye first or gently put your roving and then add your dye and just let it set. And then when I see all the dye is absorbed or as absorbed as it's going to get, I take it out and I have an old washing machine that I just rinse it out with. And so it doesn't move around, doesn't agitate, doesn't try not to disrupt the fiber, the roving, and how nice and organized it is. So that's my preferred dyeing method. And last year I introduced them to landscape dyes. This year I did a little bit of refresher on art yarn. This little skein here I carded up on I have an Ashford drum carder. I did a bat and I put different colors. Mostly these were dyed locks that I carded up, and then I did a little layer. Oh, like I have some pink in there. So anyway, so this is one of the refreshers I did about spinning with a core spinning because I used crochet thread, and then I just wrapped as I spun. I wrapped the fiber around the crochet thread, and that's how I got the thick and thin here. I also did something fun with wool and locks. Isn't that fun? This is Wensleydale, I believe. So this is all dyed by me. Um, I spun up, I believe I spun the purple, and then I spun the purple, and then as I spun it, I added in the locks of the green wool. So this is some fun little art yarn. Not quite sure yet what the project is going to be. I also did foils. Foils, I think, are hard. You guys can see those. You have to spin thick and thin. And if you want a consistent coil, you have to, draft so many times to get the same measurements to get the stacked coils. This one I didn't do precise, but it's just kind of fun. I just love making art yarn. Um, Folks think that, art yarn is just, I don't know. They don't think it's any pure art form of spinning. Because you have those traditional spinners that have all these techniques that they do and they follow everything to the T, and art yarn is nothing like that. However, my opinion from teaching last year to some gals that were um, how do I politically say this, a little older than me, kind of set in their ways. They were having a hard time with some of the core wrapping and thick and thin because I think you need to learn your fundamentals and you really need to get a grasp on that before you can utilize them into spinning something like this. So I think I got them to realize that art yarn is it's a little bit tough that and I'm glad that they realized that. That made me feel good because I actually could try to teach them my version and how to do it. So that was really neat. So that's some of my spinning that I've been doing. Oh, this one I just did. Let me put this on. So one of the gals, we had like a fiber trade at the spinning retreat, and I traded. I had some chenille yarn, so I traded some type of roving for some Navajo churro roving. The chenille, I actually traded. Let's see. So this is a CVM Corriedale Wensleydale cross. It's a little bag of 1 pound. And so what I did is I didn't wash it. I carded it, hand carded it into Rolags in the grease, and I spun it in the grease. And I just washed it yesterday, and it still has a little. I can just still a little bit of lanolin in that. But I love spinning in the grease. I love smelling too. So I'm a little crazy like that. That's probably one of the most relaxing, stress-free things to do is spin something in the grease, hand carding it, rolling your roll egg off, and then spinning those and creating a skein of yarn. But isn't that just? I think it's just scrumptious. So if I have done it right, I might be able to get a couple more of these skeins and I don't know what I want to do with it. Um, the Republic of Me, I love Ivana. I love watching her. She loves to spin um, singles, and then she likes to hold two together to knit with or crochet with, whatever she's doing. And usually one of those is a hand spun, and then one of them is another. It's a softer paca who knows what she has blend that she combines them with. So I have some, I think, in my stash. Maybe next time I'll pull it out, see what you guys think. But I was thinking something like an overlay shawl, something nice, hangy, a lot of flow. Probably knit it into something instead of weave. So we'll see. That's just something that I got to figure it out. Um, the other thing I've been getting ready for is um, a weaving show in September in northern New Mexico. So I joined a fiber art guild in Albuquerque during COVID. It was on through Zoom. That's how I joined, and they still have meetings through Zoom or in person. Um, and I have a couple of my pieces that I'm going to enter. This is my wedge weave. So this is all Lamb's Pride. They're out of Mitchell, Nebraska. This is a certain type of yarn that I took some classes during COVID at Dene College, and the Navajo weaving, they always use this type of yarn. And so I buy white singles and um, I dye them. So all of this is hand dyed except the blue. Okay. This is some acid dye. I think this is turmeric. This might be Osage orange or madder root. And then this is cochineal. And so I did a wedge weave. So I just need to put a backing on this and some type of a hanging device before that's ready to go to the show. And this is the loom that I used. This is a cactus loom. Not sure if you guys have ever heard of that before. Found out about them through the tapestry group that I belong to. It's really portable, quite light. I can take it anywhere I go. But I decided I had a bunch of Anahara yarn, I believe, from another tapestry weaver that I purchased. Hold on one sec while I get me a little sip. And so I have a bunch of it, and it comes all different shades. So I was thought about, we have reds, pinks, oranges, yellows, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to do at the top. So we shall see. But very excited. I think this will be the first show that my work will be in for sale. So that is another thing, having to try to figure out what I want to charge, just because it's so hard, especially if I hand spin something. So that weaving right there, I did during COVID. That was the first weaving I did in 2020 during COVID. It's all hand spun, hand dyed, just simple plain weave pattern with stripes. But I'm not sure how long that took me. The weaving didn't take that long. It was all the other prep that took a long time. So by the time you have to calculate all that, who knows what it's worth? And I don't know. I feel that if people really appreciate what you do, they will pay the price. Um, I don't like to charge a lot, but yet I'd like my time to be compensated. So it's a real hard fine line. Excuse me. And it's something I'm forever trying to figure out. Um, and that's why I do a lot of teaching. Um, I started the fiber program, which, I have retired. I think the program is no longer going on. So I'm finding other venues to teach at. One of them is some art museums. One's here in town, one hopefully in El Paso. And so I'm doing an embroidery class next Friday, actually. And we're going to be learning four to five different embroidery stitches. So I created this pattern, drew it on here myself, and they have a list of stitches: back stitch, chain stitch, stem stitch, satin stitch, lazy daisy. So they're going to learn those stitches, and then they can put them wherever they want on this little cactus that I did. So I'm just trying to stick with it because I just feel that this art is, frankly, not a lot of people are taking it up, but thanks to YouTube, thanks to other YouTubers, Tashi, Lisa at Soulful Spinning. I mean, there's so many that I watch, and I love it because I get inspiration. I learn new things. I like how they think, and then it feeds my soul, basically. So thank you to all of you guys. It's just, I know, and this isn't easy. So we'll see. If you guys like this, I'll continue it. If not, I'll just stick to watching YouTube, okay? Because I draw so much inspiration from all of these videos and podcasts. I have a lot of roving. So I guess Sheep Shenanigans art is all about wool. I love to buy fleeces. I used to love to hand process them, but we know how long that takes, how much water it takes. It's a long process to card everything. Um, so if I could get it into this form, that's my goal. And so I've been slowly taking my fleeces to get processed. This last batch I did at a mill in Moriarty, New Mexico, Enchanted Fiber Mill, and I loved it. Everything came back so nice. And so I'll probably either dye this up or spin it and then dye it, and we'll figure out some projects. I'll show you my looms another day. I have several of them, and there's just so many options that we could do. But anyway, I love all the fleece that I have. I've purchased a lot of my fleeces. I've gained a lot of knowledge about local producers here in New Mexico. I love Finn, the breed Finn. Um, I know a producer that I usually get a couple of fleeces a year from. Navajo Churro, I have a local producer near me. Um, and that Navajo churro can be used into making sabanilla and then holcha embroidery. So that's another thing I can show you at a later date how to do. So it's culturally something that's really significant here in the Southwest. So it's something really cool. Um, and then I've learned other Natalie Namaste Farms. I used to buy a lot of her fleeces when she did the Facebook sales. I don't know if um, she still has sales. I know she still has her animals, but I know she's been busy with another job. So I would purchase a lot of stuff from her because I knew the quality, no VM, really clean, great stuff. So now I'm starting to get all of that processed to where I can get it spun up and make something. So we shall see about that as well. So I have lots of things I want to do, accomplish. There's never enough time, in my opinion, to do it all, which is crazy. Um, so we'll see. And I have a couple books I just wanted to share. I saw Soulful Spinning last week, and Lisa mentioned this book. It's Never Too Late to Begin Again. And I thought that was something I wanted to go ahead and I'm just starting it. I wanted to read it along with her because I just retired, possibly starting another career with another organization, another nonprofit. It could be my substitute teaching career. It could be my fiber, making it a business. I don't know yet what to focus on. Things are still kind of all over the place. I'm just trying to enjoy the moment right now, enjoy the summer. But I'm going to go ahead and read this along with Lisa and see. Uh, and then I don't know if you guys know Jennifer Chiaverini, one of my dear friends, has been going through some medical uh, issues since I retired. So I got her a quilting series by this author, and this is just a book that she just came out with, I think. And I thought, well, this I'm going to try that. The Museum of Lost Quilts, because I worked at a museum, so I think this would be a fun read. So we'll see. Stay tuned on that one. But those are just a couple books that I want to read here in the next few weeks. Just kind of slow down, take it easy, focus on fiber, and just have fun. So if you guys like the video, subscribe. Uh, you can get the little bell where you get the notifications. Um, I don't know how often I'm going to be doing this. It's just going to be trial and error. If I get a few views, hey, then I'm going to keep going. I'm trying to figure out all the techie stuff with equipment. I'm going to upgrade some things so you can hear me better because I know my sound probably isn't the best. So we'll see what happens. I just want to have fun. And the biggest thing is I want to share what I've learned with you all. I think the only way all of this continues is if we share and learn from each other. I think that's very important. So, uh, put your questions, comment, whatever you guys want to do. Let me know if you liked it. Anything you want to learn more about, I'm going to show you my wheels. Got a couple of them there. I'll show you my looms someday. I will never show you my fiber room because it's got so much stuff in it. So I'm not going to do that. I do have rescue dogs. Eventually, one of them will probably come up here and say hi to you guys. So it's just going to be very informal. I just want it to be a place that we relax, enjoy each other's company, and we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. But thank you so much for listening to me, to clicking on this. Um, I know there's oodles and oodles and oodles of videos out there. Um, I keep searching for a lot of spinning, fiber, fleece, wool processing videos. If you're into that, let me know, because I keep learning from everybody, and I love it when I find a new YouTuber. I'm excited about it, and I still have those that I go back to every time they make a video, and those that I have enjoyed and they haven't been on for a while that I miss. So I hope you guys are well and stay cool. Summer is here, and it's hot. So please take care. And thank you so much for joining me today. And we'll talk again soon. Bye bye.